I know this guy. I have notes to actually say about this human being who's coming up next. As a former Chippendale dancer, actually, no. This gentleman is most comfortable at the edges or in the middle of intersections, creative intersections, art, design, and technology, visual, performing arts, humor, and dysfunctional childhood memories. His lifelong pursuits of creative, observational, and expressive arts can only suggest a person who is either deeply empathetic and mindful about the human condition and connectedness, or just couldn't quite get enough out of his weekly 50-minute therapy sessions. Over the years, he's been a designer, writer, creative directive, stand-up comic, improvisational actor, wild blueberry banana pancake maker, and a parent. This gentleman is most proud of that. His daughter just turned 14. Ladies and gentlemen, Dave Weinberg.
Thank you. Keep it going for Chris Cass. He did a fabulous job tonight. Since everyone's doing the preamble thingy, an invitation. Usually people tell you to turn off your cell phones. Everybody take your cell phones out. And great. You're tweeting or posting. So terrific. All right. So does anybody not have a camera in their phone? Okay. So just an invitation. Between now and 11:59 tonight, take as many pictures as you want, and there will be a way to submit photos to a blog later, and I would love it if you would just submit as much as you would like, and we will post that and share it out. So with that, so Arthur Fink may have presented the most at Pachak Cha, but I presented the most on just one subject, and it's a cell phone sketchpad, not Moses. Cell phone sketchpad started several years ago, was kind of born out of Facebook, with lots of encouragement from people writing on my wall saying, oh, you should publish, you should do something with that. And so I did. But let's go back a little bit. This all started with pen and ink and physical, analog sketch pads. I'm an avid sketchbook artist. I've been drawing since art school, commuting in from Brooklyn, New York, to School of Visual Arts in New York City. So it all started really here, and I still sketch regularly, but then something happened, and you're all holding these things, which aren't these big clunky SLRs. They're these little tiny, digital equivalent of the Bic pen. And when they first started, I thought, why put a camera in a phone? It was stupid. It was, I called that my dumb phone. But then I realized, it was like, wow, so you just carry this thing, and you capture these little vignettes in real time, right? And so I'm still in the subway, but and this was less than 1 megapixel on the Dopey Razor phone, right? It was less about photography, more about capturing these little vignettes in real time. We're all striving in life to reach that thing. What's that goal? But we miss these moments. The cell phone sketchpad is like a celebration of the mundane. It's all these moments that, oh wait, catch them because they're going to be gone. And the blog is sort of like my digital receipt of life. I think when I'm dead, you're going to see exactly all those little moments. Just scroll on down to China. So this is the process. It started, so now I'm using a Motorola Atrix. So it's kind of like an iPhone, but it's Android. And all these apps are available. Most of them are free. That one's Pixel Electric something or other, and Dropbox. That's that little box up there. And this is Lightroom, Photoshop Lightroom. And so you start with these little clunky pictures, but you can do amazing things with them, mostly with free stuff that's just out there on the internet. Just Google photo editing or something, and you can do this. You can have fun with it. It's a blast. So these all end up on my blog, and it's that juxtaposition, right? It's like it's words, it's images, and it's this intersection of design and technology. So every day I post an image with a headline and a caption, and that's it. Very simple palette. Sometimes they suck. I give myself a lot of room to fail, which is kind of what the sketch is. How many creatives do we have here? So you know the difference between when you're doing this sketch and you're doing that finished art, and like you get really tight when you got the assignment and you gotta like, this really counts for something. Who cares? I mean, it's a sketch, right? This is my daughter's school. I'm trying to remember what the caption is. If you can subscribe by email. It comes in your inbox. I think it's on the next slide. But so all of these little tools, most of them are free on the internet. How many people use Instagram? Yeah, I mean, it's like if a picture's worth 1,000 words, Instagram is worth 140 characters or less. So image, headline, caption, simple. Little vignettes, little, not big things, little things. So cell phone sketchpad has found its way onto like fine art metal prints and a greeting card line and higher ed curricula. One of my students at USM did a day in the life of the Dark Knight. And they're just all these little tiny vignettes of Batman in all these different places. It was brilliant. This weekend, we followed the mayor around for a day. And so this is going to be in John Spritz's column in Portland Press Herald. And so it's just this, it can kind of be anything. It's my little toy. And I mean, I would encourage any of you who have been thinking about even doing this, you should just do it. Like find a subject or just find something and play with it. So you could subscribe to these. Again, they're not all good. A lot of them really do suck. That's my mom's house in Brooklyn. That's where I grew up. Had to be up East 35th Street without a paddle. And it sets up all these potentials for collaboration. So the guy who built the website for Pachakcha, he's on Instagram. He wrote the caption for that. He saw it on Instagram. He wrote that and posted it on the blog. And so it creates like this little digital community. Does Robert Vaughn know Joe Bornstein? Is that were they like childhood friends? I don't know. So that's the dirtiest one in the lot. So yeah, marzipan and branding. Yeah, I'm into design and marketing. I don't know if you could tell. So yeah, so here's the invitation. So it's a trickle. I'd love it if more people would contribute to it. But so I take submissions on the blog, and again, I invite you to just play with it. Have a headline, have an image, have a caption, or don't, and I'll write it, or I'll write it and you take the picture. I mean, who cares? And I like to take naps. It's how I do some of my best work. So that's all. Thank you. Have a good night.